Our Hummingfield Homestead. This morning we are going to start a segment I'm going to call Coffee with Hummingbirds. I have found this very cool setting on my camera, on my phone. Lets me be able to talk to you and you can see what I see. Well, part of what I see. The cameras aren't very wide. Which has made it very, very difficult to try to set this up. Ordinarily, my chairs would be over there facing out so I could see the mountain. But my porch isn't long enough this way for you all to be able to see the hummingbirds and myself. So I have turned everything. I kind of like it. I can see out to the garden and I can still see all of my birds. And if I turn my head, I can see the mountain, so it's okay. But if you watch right here, you'll see all my little girl hummingbirds have discovered this feeder that I just put back out. So they are very happy little girls. So anyway, I figured we'd talk this morning. Just talk. What are we doing here, right? And where we got our name. Mostly where we got our name, because the what are we doing here is gonna kind of evolve as we evolve and grow, right? So a week ago, well, almost 2 weeks ago now, I decided I wanted to create this product. In order to create this product, I really needed to create a brand and create a YouTube to go along with it, in the hopes that it will help my products take off. I also really have toyed around with the idea of starting a YouTube for a long time. At the same time feeling very inept and like there isn't a place in the world for people like me, or finding a niche or those kinds of things to even have a YouTube channel, right? So we had goofed around a while ago about starting a YouTube, basically me learning and failing things, because that happens a lot. But not really knowing, it's still not a thing, right? It's still not a niche. There's still not a concept for people to necessarily want to tune in, because it's not like I'm going to run around doing pranks or that kind of failing, right? So it's just always kind of been a running joke of, oh, we could do this, or oh, we could do that. Well, 2 weeks ago, I had an idea for a product, and I'm obviously not ready. It's not ready. The concept's not ready. It was 2 weeks ago. But the idea was born, and I came home. No, not came home. I've been home. Thank you, COVID. When my fiance got home, I said, hey, I kind of have this idea, and I think it's actually like a good thing. Like, not just a joke. Something that we could truly do and benefit from, and even if we don't make money on it, if we could just do what's in my head and break even and help other people like me learn from scratch, then that would be fine. And unlike other ideas, he was like, okay, let's go, let's start. So that to me was like, ooh, yay. Like, I actually have a good idea. It's not just good in my brain. So to start that, we have to name our property, right? And our brand and the things. Well, we're not a farm. We have no animals. We have no products to go to market. We have none of those things. We're just starting. We have land. We have property. We're aspiring to do things. So, homestead seems appropriate versus farm, right? So, there are two things that my property is guaranteed to have, and that is bees and hummingbirds. So, I wanted to create a name that encapsulated those two things, because if nothing else, if there's never ever any products that come off of my land, there will always be bees and hummingbirds. So originally I wanted to name us Hummingbirds Homestead, except I was the only one that liked that name. Nobody else did. So then for a minute it was Hummingbirds Homestead, and then it turned into HummingFields Homestead, and then I decided to add the R. It is ours. It is not just mine, not just his. It's both of ours. So that's where our HummingFields Homestead was born. Products to come eventually. Lots of learning content, lots of experiments. I want us to learn together. I want to truly put content out for the person who maybe you've looked at all these things and you're like me and you start doing them and it makes sense when you see somebody else do it, but then you're doing it and it's like, wait, this isn't working like I saw it on YouTube. What am I doing wrong? What am I doing right? What am I doing different? So we're going to do some comparisons and things like that. Maybe we're going to play around with hand pollinating things and what that might look like. And just from the bare bone basics, right? Like get back to basics, except we are the basics. We're learning. And we need to learn from a place that's not big, expansive, beautiful gardens from people who have a background in all of the things. I have no background in growing anything. I have no background in filming anything. I have filmed some vlog style content in the past when I was on a weight loss journey, and but that's it. Like in my car from my cell phone, which this is still my cell phone, just not from my car. But really, I want to create content for people like me. I know I'm not alone. And if you are like me and you are truly learning, if you are trying to do the things that you see on YouTube where gardens are concerned and it still doesn't make any sense to you, this is the place for you. We will ask questions, and we will ask questions together, and we will find answers together, and then we will experiment together. Maybe we can experiment and it will turn out that we are successful, and that in turn will make you successful. Or I fail and it's my money and you know what not to do. That's a thing too, and I'm okay with that. As long as we're all learning together. So if that sounds like something you want to be a part of, please hit the subscribe button wherever it is. Again, I have no idea. Learning. But it's in one of these quarters. Subscribe, share me, and let's do this together. Oh, did you see the hummingbirds while we were filming? Aren't they pretty? See you next time.